Hello, I am back, Wafet from BeautyGypsy. Due to high demand, I am finally doing another YouTube video. After different comments and requests, I've decided to do one of the videos explaining the products I'm currently using, old and new, that I'm impressed with. Some I'm still testing out, but overall, I like everything I have in front of me. Just to set up alone took a while, and really to decide what I want was a bit hard because really the beauty industry is at its peak. Great products, innovative, edgy. So it was a bit hard to narrow it down, but I'm gonna do my best. And this is first of hopefully many other videos, but I will try to keep it short and sweet. So let's get started with the foundation. We know foundation, complexion, this is the canvas, right? You want your canvas to look good. It has to look good. When this looks good, everything else falls into place. Just keep that in mind. I get asked a lot, do I use primer? Well, I never really used to use primer. It's always been known in the industry to be sort of optional. But now that I've been trying more and using it more and incorporating into my everyday routine, I'm finding it to be more of a staple, which is great news. The key is finding one that really enhances your complexion and helps your makeup last all day long. There's two I really like. One is really not a primer. I've been using it as a primer, and that's the new Natura Bissé Diamond Cocoon Sheer. This was reformulated recently, launched in August. It's tinted, a very light tint. Now, if you have great skin, you're having a great skin day, I would definitely say you can wear it on its own and then maybe put powder on the top. I've been using it just to even out my skin tone. It's not a heavy moisturizer. I use it over my oil, so it does the job for me. It just has one tint that just adapts to all skin tones, but it also just protects your skin from the environment. And I find when I use this under my foundation, which I've been doing lately, I did it this morning, I've been very, very happy with it. They also have one for the eyes, but I'm just showing today the Diamond Cocoon Sheer. Very, very happy with it. All right, what else? I like, you know I love my Japanese makeup. It's no secret. And one of them is a Decorte AQ Moisturizing Essence Primer. This is not in the Western market yet. It's still only Japan. I will post the link after I'm done. It's gonna be on my Shopify. I have BeautyGypsy recommends on my Shopify, and this is on there. Not cheap, but definitely worth every penny. AQ line is made more for mature skin, drier skin. You'll find it's illuminating, it's not heavy, but it will definitely even out your canvas and make whatever product you put after that just look that much better. I do follow it sometimes with the Radiant Glow Lifting Foundation. Lifting always means that it is for more mature skin, drier skin that needs a little lift, meaning more moisture to kind of bring your skin back to life. Definitely, when you see lifting, you don't want it for oily skin. It's just not really, they're not meant to go together. So when you use these together, your skin is flawless. All right. Now you know my holy grail. This is no secret to anyone. Cle de Peau, the foundation. This has been my staple since it launched, I think about a year and a half ago. It's expensive, and when I initially saw it, I thought, who's gonna pay $250? Well, once you try it on, you wear it, you see how it transforms your skin, you totally get why it's $250. There's skincare incorporated, infused into the foundation, that's what makes it really special. I use shade 40, and if I have a little color, I'll do shade 50, and sometimes for those days when I want a little color, I will mix it too. It's not unusual for me to mix foundation shades and different foundations together. It just depends. Some gives better coverage, some gives a better glow. But this is, I think, it's a gem. It is a holy grail status foundation. I think it is the best foundation on the market, and that's really a big deal coming from me because I've tried everything. So yeah, this is definitely one I will grab if I'm in a hurry. Another one that's tried and true is a reformulated La Prairie Caviar Foundation. This is the one that has concealer on the top And then the applicator is just a little, it looks like a little spatula. A little goes a long way. What's beautiful about this foundation is that, forget the caviar. All right, the caviar, that's a great addition. It sounds great. It really is how it penetrates into the skin. I use this for days where I want medium coverage. Sometimes I want to sheer it out. You can just put moisturizer in there, or you can use a primer, put a little primer and just kind of sheer it out. This will give you medium coverage. This is for the days where I want to look just a little bit more fabulous. Definitely one of my favorites. Now, a lot of you have been asking about the new Surratt Dewdrop Foundation. I've already posted on my feed. I did a review on it. I posted the shades that the company has already posted online. And I have to tell you, my verdict is I absolutely love it. This is one of the newer products that I'm really finding myself loving, grabbing for. It's very easy to use. It comes in this little container. You turn it over. There's a little dropper. You just push on it, and that's why it's called Dewdrop. So it's like little dewdrops, and it'll give you, I would say, a natural coverage. 2 layers will give you up to a medium coverage. I definitely like to put powder on my T-zone afterwards. This does have silicone. For me, silicone doesn't bother my skin. I love the way it makes my skin look like my skin, but better. So if you haven't tried it, definitely try it. I think it's around $75. I highly recommend you go to the counter. It is very tricky. It does not match the Surreal foundation. So if you're trying to carry on your shade to this shade, it's not gonna match, because I am a 6.5 and an 11 mixed. So if you have a trusted salesperson, call them, tell them what you're currently using, and hopefully they can help you decide if you don't have a Surratt counter near you. More about complexion, the Sicily Blur Expert. When this launched, I actually was a little confused by the description. It's matte, but it blurs and it's glowy. What does that mean? I had the same question. Well, once you try, you totally understand what that means. So it will mattify. It will kind of give you that airbrushed look without looking dry. So what I tend to do is, this is my T-zone powder, and I actually use it today because I know on camera I have all these lights around me. I'm gonna look shiny right here. Regardless, you're just gonna look shiny. And the camera, the lights always go to where it protrudes, which is right here. I just use whatever brush, a dome brush. I have my Wayne Goss, and I just swirl it and I just put it right here. And let me tell you, a little goes a long way. It's only 1 shade. Rumor is they're gonna launch 2 more shades, which I think is brilliant and necessary. But you know, this one for me is a perfect shade. If you haven't tried it, I know a lot of you that follow me have tried it. You are just excited and you love the product. So this is really on my list of must-haves. Another one that really surprised me was the La Prairie Skin Caviar Powder Foundation. I initially did not like this one. I did not. I thought it was too matte. I thought it was kind of chalky. Then I realized the color was wrong. I had to go to Mocha. It's a bit darker. Once I used the right brush and I just used it on my T-zone, I totally get what the big hype is. It is expensive, but this powder will give you that airbrushed look with coverage. I mean, for a woman my age, more of the mature age group, if you're looking for more of the airbrushed, flawless look, this is it. It's expensive. Make sure you get the right color. I did not find, I'm usually a honey beige. I was a mocha, which was a little surprising to me. They also released their new translucent powder. I don't use translucent powder. A lot of you always ask me, and I never know what to recommend. Now I have something to recommend. I love the new La Prairie translucent powder. It comes in 3 shades. I have shade 3, which is dark. It's really not that dark, but it's very translucent, so you don't really have to worry about the shade. This is the travel size, which I think is brilliant. I wish all companies would do that. I mean, when you're selling luxury products, most likely the person who's buying it travels. So you should have a travel size. When you pay that much money, we don't want to take the big bulky jar. Give us this little mini size. It is, you know what? It's this little bonus. It just kind of sets you apart from other brands. So big thumbs up to La Prairie for coming up with this genius idea. All right. Let's move over to concealer. This is going to be short and sweet. I still love Cle de Peau. It has not changed. I've been using it for 20 years, and God willing, if I live another 20 years, I will continue using it for 20 more years. What I do sometimes is if I'm in a hurry and I feel like I look tired, like this morning, I will always get a highlighting brush like this one by Terry, and just to do a quick kind of application, I'll kind of click out the highlighter, I'll use this as a brush, I'll sweep it through, and I will just put it right where I need it. I'm not going to talk about how I use it. Just look at my YouTube video, the last one I did. I show you exactly how to use it. I also like the Cle de Peau pen concealer. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Great to put in your purse. Great for days you don't feel like you need as much coverage as for the stick foundation. This is Holy Grail as well. The colors do match the concealers. I also use the one by Suku. I don't know if this is even limited edition. It's the Radiant Cream Concealer. It comes in 2 shades. This is beautiful. It is beautiful. And I just use it where I need just a little bit of highlighting. I actually use it sometimes on my brow bone. This is another good one that I'm happy with. All right. Let's move over to eyeshadows. All right, it's no secret I like Surratt shadows. I've liked them since they've launched. I love that you can put a palette together. I love the neutral shades. More than anything, I love that it's made in Japan. It's a Japanese technology. It's called the blur effect, which really basically means it just looks like, you know, when you apply it, it just looks almost like that blurred effect. It doesn't sit on your skin. When we get older, we really cannot afford to use anything where it's frosty, it's just shiny and chunky. You can't, it's just very aging. So Surratt, I believe, is really made for the 35 and up market. 35 is not old, but I do mean a more mature market. The colors are brilliant, beautiful earth tones. They blend and layer beautifully together. I also use Tom Ford, not a shocker. I'm a big fan of Tom Ford. The two I really love are Cocoa Mirage, because this is your neutral smoky eye. Most are matte. One of them has a hint of shimmer, but not really. This is just a good matte eye. If you're very creative or you're not creative and you just want a really nice smoky eye, you can go from very light and natural to really intense. This is the palette for you. I thought they might, I heard they're gonna discontinue. I hope not. If they are, grab one if you can find one. I also love the latest one called Body Heat. This is, I mean, I think the word beautiful is not even strong enough to describe how beautiful this is. It's just a beautiful, warm, autumny earth tones, and you will find it has everything you need. These are great for the creases. This is great for the crease and on the outer corner. This is great for the brow bone as a highlighter. Check it out if you haven't. And my everyday, I love the NARS. This is my old NARS broom. I still use it for my liner, but NARS in general have beautiful shadows that have a lot of pigment. I highly recommend their limited edition eye palettes as well. All right, and sometimes every now and then Dior will throw my way a palette I love, and this was one of them. This was Terra. I don't know if it's in the permanent collection. I hope it is. This is one of their really beautiful palettes. It's a hit or miss with me with Dior, but this one was a big hit. All right, let us move on to bronzers and highlighters. Bronzers. Love bronzers. Who doesn't love a bronzer? I highly recommend everyone use bronzers. It's just really a matter of finding the right shade for your skin tone, for what you're looking for. I like the whole JLo glow. It's no secret. I don't go too heavy, but I like it to be obvious. Obvious meaning I like to look like, you know, I took a walk in the park, I worked up a little sweat, and I just looked a little bronzy. So Givenchy number 04 is my holy grail. I think this is compact number 6, maybe even 7. And I just use a brush like Surratt, the big powder brush. I swirl it, and it's just one of those wherever you want the sun to hit you, which is right here, right? Just beautiful. And I actually, when I finish my makeup, I always finish it with one more sweep of my bronzer. My other holy grail is Tom Ford Terra. They have reformulated it. I have to say, this is a 3rd formulation. Definitely my favorite. I wasn't expecting to love it so much. The texture is perfect. Please, Tom Ford, don't change it anymore. I think you have nailed it. Terra is a holy grail color. The difference is it's matte. Givenchy has a hint of shimmer, and I'm okay with that, especially if you're on the drier side. I think in the winter, it's nice to have a little hint of a little bit more glow. It's not shimmery like glittery. It's just a hint of shimmer. I, this morning, really put both of them on. I mixed them. I wanted the matte with the shimmer, and I got this effect. Highlighters, I have to say, I don't have my Dior in front of me. I love the Dior, and I love the Tom Ford. I love the Tom Ford. This one is called Mood Light, and this one's called Reflects Guilt. You can't go wrong with either one of these. These will not disappoint. A little goes a long way. And this is my third tube of the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand. This is so user-friendly. I love everything about it. You can use it under the powder, over the powder. I do both, but I usually do under the powder, right over my foundation. And I usually just put it right here. It has a sponge applicator, and then you just let it sink in. This is, I would say this is a staple item. I'm really happy with this one. I also love this one by Gucci Westman. This one is the Super Loaded Tinted Highlight in Pesh. This is a beautiful color. I don't hear a lot of people talking about it. I know it does well, but the color itself is just stunning, if you can see that. They just released a new one, the bronze, I think it's called Bronze or Soleil. I still prefer Pesh, but I haven't mixed them together. That's my next step. And of course, the Surratt blushes. Can't go wrong. Blurred effect, kind of makes it look like it's coming within. You never look caked up. You never look overmade. It's hard to look overmade when you use the Surratt shadows. Let's talk about mascara. Another question that's frequently asked, and my answer is quite boring because I always say, Helena Rubinstein, I've been using this for over 20 years. The problem is it's hard to find. It's just, it's a supply demand thing. I have it on my Shopify, FYI, and I put it on there because of high demand and because it is hard to find. I like the Lash Queen. I like both of these. The beige one is probably more my favorite, but I like both. I love the formula, I love the brush. However, if you don't want to order these or try to hunt it down, another one would be the Giorgio Armani Ice to Kill. This one is quite brilliant, I would have to say. And you know, for mascara, I definitely just like to go on my lash line and I like to zigzag it out. And this is what I have on today. So you can just see, if you zoom in, you can just see how my lashes have really gone to another level, just to another level. This is a brilliant product. If you haven't tried it, check it out. Eyebrows. So this is our canvas. Our eyebrows frame the canvas. You need to really make sure your eyebrows are well maintained, well groomed. It sets the tone, the mood of everything after the skin. The two products I love, and listen, don't be afraid to use two products at one time, because I use the Sonia. I use it in taupe. She's brilliant. She does my eyebrows. She keeps them in place. I go there, every few months just to kind of keep on track, keeping my eyebrows the most flattering shape as possible. I use hers to just go in and fill it in to make it fuller, as you can see. And I like to just stretch out my eyebrow, right? Lift it up a bit. You don't want it to go down. You want it to kind of go up here. And then I bring it down to finish the arch, right? Or you can, of course, do what Sonia does, lift it here. It's easier if you do it on somebody else. Just use a brush and brush it in. At the same time, I will sometimes take out my Surratt. It's a thinner, it looks more like a pencil. And I use that to connect where the hairs are missing, where they stop growing. It just helps. It's not as wide and thick, but you find you can help shape your brow better. The other one fills it in. This one really kind of connects everything and fills in the little gaps in the hole. And I can also give that nice sharp tail at the end of the eyebrow. Next, I'm all about smoky eyes. If you've been following me, you know I'm all about smoky eyes. Of course, bronzy skin, but smoky eyes. And the way to get smoky eyes, our brushes, and of course, pencils help. I am the biggest fan of Addiction. That's a Japanese brand. It's sort of like the NARS of Japan. It's on my Shopify. I found it on my Shopify. That's actually what inspired me to start the whole online shopping, because of this pencil. And all the people who order from me, this is probably the most popular item bought on my site. So this one is a gel eyeliner. Okay, it is waterproof. I love it because it just glides on and it blends beautifully. And I just take a brush after I apply it. I do tight lining with it. If you wear lenses like I do, you don't have to worry about it fogging up the lenses, which is a big plus. And I just do my tight lining here, and then I take it all the way in, and then I go on and I just blend everything in. It blends beautifully, it smokes out beautifully, it stays on, it doesn't smudge. I also do like the Pat McGrath. I think she makes really, really good eyeliners. I'm a big chocolate brown eyeliner person, and she has one called Black Coffee, which is essentially what Addiction is. This one's called Rabbit Hole. Again, it's on my Shopify, Beauty Gypsy recommends. I will put the website when I'm done. And so these two are really, really good. I also started using the Giorgio Armani number 12. Apparently a lot of makeup artists use this. It's just a nice coffee brown as well. It's not gonna glide on the way Addiction does, but it still gets in between the lashes and really kind of smudges it and kind of gets in and fills in, makes your lashes look fuller. Also great for tight lining. I like sometimes, every now and then, I'm in the mood for a little liquid liner. I like the one from Cle de Peau. It has two tips. You have the longer and you have the shorter, depending on what you want. This one's great to wing out. This is great, the shorter one, to get inside, like a little bit more close to the lash line, inside your eyes. This one is beautiful. I have the brown, I believe. Okay, so they have a brush and a tip. This is number 1. And if I don't want to do a lot of eyeliner and I really want the smoky eye, I use my favorite brush from Laura Mercier. It's a smudge brush. You can use this with any eyeshadow that you want. Basically, it is a brush that just creates the look of a smudge liner. If you're a big smoky eye person like I am, check this brush out. It's made by Laura Mercier. So last but not least, lips. I'm not a matte person. I don't like matte lips. It's aging, it's aging. When I was younger, that's fine, that was cool. You could do the whole Russian red from MAC. I thought that was cool back then, had darker hair. But as we get older, you want something that helps the light reflect. And it's all about the light reflecting, that makes you look more youthful. So with lips, I'm a little bit sort of all over the place, but the theme is I love nude lips. So a lot of you that have been following me know I am obsessed with like this nude lipstick from Tom Ford. It's called All Mine. I think it's tube number, I've lost count. It's the perfect nude. I love their lipsticks, I really do. I think Tom Ford makes one of the best lipsticks. Another one, I love the YSL Veloute lipsticks. They have the sheer and they have the creamy. Of course, I go for neutrals. This is number 1. This one is number, I can't see it because now it's gone. I think it's number 1 as well. Anyways, love these. I mix them as well. Sicily released new lipsticks last year. These are called Sicily, oh gosh, what are they called? These are, I don't know which ones. Okay, it's the really cool kind of packaging. I'm obsessed with number 12 and number 14. I just put this on my Instagram the other day. This is a beautiful autumn color. You can use it to intensify and have like a really sexy dark mocha plum lips, or you can put it over your lip balm, or just like I do it, I just put it as a stain on my lips. It's really, really beautiful. But the formulation on these are just fantastic. Coco Rouge by Chanel. They don't last, but they're perfect for me because I like a hint of color and I love really sort of hydrated, glossy, maybe semi-glossy lips. This is it. I use this in the summer, all in August. I use a lot of the Coco Rouge by Chanel. I also like the Pat McGrath glosses. I have to say, I'm a big fan of her glosses. I love her nudes and her shimmers. I don't know the names, but anything that's nude or shimmery, I buy from Pat McGrath. And last but not least, I don't know if you've checked them out, Tom Ford, their new glosses, they have been reformulated. They are stunning. Look at the packaging, look at the colors, they are stunning. And they are totally a different formula. 3 oils, avocado oil, jojoba oil, and olive oil is I think what I was told. But there's one I think called Aura. I have this on before I came on. This is just a beautiful color. I love the applicator. I love the way it feels, buttery, hydrating. I mean, the lips are like a magnet to this applicator. It's just that beautiful, that silky, buttery. Just get sexy lips. I mean, that's all we want, right? So these would be my choices for lips. And as a lip liner, I tend to use the same lip liner, Sicily Chocolat. I use it on everything. Especially in the winter, I tend not to do anything that's too matte. Also, I think NARS makes amazing lipsticks. If you haven't seen their new lipsticks, this was gifted to me. I mean, seriously, it's like shopping in your house. And they have one that I'm pretty obsessed with called Gypsy Sheer. So if you haven't checked that one out, I would say Gypsy Sheer is gorgeous. So sometimes when I'm in the mood for lipstick, I will actually just take this out and this will inspire me. And it's all just sort of color coordinated from plum to nude to reds. Absolutely gorgeous. If you haven't checked those out, definitely do. That's all for today, everyone. Thank you for joining. I hope this was informative. I will definitely update these videos every month because I get constantly buy new things. I get new things in, but I'm really excited to start a new chapter for BeautyGypsy in the whole world of YouTube and IGTV. That's another big one. But thank you for all your comments, your suggestions. I hope this was exactly what you asked for. Until next time, I'm BeautyGypsy.